Is this on? Oh, yay. Okay, well, join me in a cup of tea, will you? Grab a cup of tea, because this is going to be a little bit of a doozy of a vlog. Grab some tea, whatever your poison is. I am going to read from one of my first blogs ever. This is back when I was typing things, and it probably went a little bit better than me doing it on video, because I could think more before I spoke or typed, and there's always the delete button. And of course there's the edit button here in vlogging, and there's the, redo the video button. But it takes so long, so, it's, blogging by typing is a little bit easier. So I'm going to read one of my first blogs. This was about 2 years ago. So here it goes. I printed it out. I went on the internet, through my old blog. Isn't that just sad? I want a break right now from studying for my licensing exam. This is what I do on my breaks. Okay. Well, I guess my first post will be about something that prevails in all our lives from time to time. That is fear. Whether our fears are over little things, like my fear at the time over pigeons. I had a little bit of a fear of pigeons because I had been attacked by them on several occasions. Now, of course, they never physically harmed me, but they came at me full force. And I don't know why. Maybe I just looked like a nice, target or something. Anyways, yeah, that was my fear at the time. I've never really liked clowns either. So, that's kind of a fear, we can have too. It's kind of a little fear. Unless you're like one of those people on Maury Povich who goes, ha ha, at the sight of, something stupid like cotton balls, then, maybe it's a problem. But anyways, a small fear like that, to a fear of moving or a terminal illness, or even leaving home, going to college, having your own apartment, whatever it is. It's something that we all have, and whether we admit it or not. Lately I've been feeling God pushing me to grow deeper into my spiritual journey, and I'll admit I've been afraid. I'm only 22, so sometimes I think to myself, I'm awful young. Why don't I just go out, have fun, and do what I want for a little while? Then I'll start listening to God throughout most of Lent. God, afterwards. Okay, I guess you could say I did that a few months ago and continue to do it throughout most of Lent. My problem was a guy that I was talking to who was definitely an interference with my spiritual journey. I thought to myself, hey, this is cool. Date someone who is completely different than what you are used to. So I did, and boy, was that a mistake. I knew God was trying to lead me away from Him and the things I was getting myself into. I can't tell you how many times my phone went dead, even broke once. But, I found out that Verizon is just a really crappy service because my phones always break from them, but that's just a side note. It even broke during the times we would text back and forth for endless hours. We did talk on the phone and hang out, but whenever we would text, my phone would always end up in the toilet. Not literally, of course. That figuratively. Why didn't I listen to God or stop and think of the poor choices I was making? Well, because I was 22 at the time and I thought I knew everything, and, because you always think you know everything at this age, when you're young sometimes. That's just my other side note. I think a big part of was fear, and pride too, but fear was a major deterrent to my relationship with God during that time. I was afraid that if I didn't engage in this rebellion, I would miss out on a lot of what life had to offer me. Sounds pretty dumb, right? And it was. But it was a learning experience. Well, the past month or so I've been slowing down and getting back to where I used to be in my faith, because I realized that my fear was only causing me to be like a deer in the headlights. I wasn't making any progress. Actually, I was regressing, and ultimately, I was unhappy. Do I regret anything that I did in between then and now? Well, I decided to put God on the back burner in order to enjoy life, and I regret the fact that I didn't know better. I don't regret the fact that I learned enjoying life doesn't mean you have to rebel, turn away from God, and ditch all of His plans for you. I figure this world isn't out to make you happy, and I guess that's what I was seeking ultimately. This world doesn't love us like God does, because this world did not offer its life for our sake. This may sound, unoriginal, but I realize that God loves us so much that He died for us. Obviously, His plans are intended to make us happy. So why turn away from that? Why be afraid of something that's ultimately supposed to wipe away fear? One thing my priest quotes from a lady he knows is that fear is a lack of faith, and that fear freezes you. And wow, I can't think of anything more truthful than that, at times in my life. Not having faith in God and in His plan. I guess I was lacking faith in God's love and didn't think that'd have any fun. After all, girls just don't wanna have fun. I can't sing. but, yes. But I'm back, and probably stronger in my faith than I was before my little retaliation. And I'm happy that I've grown from the fact that the grass is definitely not greener in our culture's plans for us. And so that was my first mindless rambling from a blog. Note, that was 2 years ago. So, I'm 24 now, and it's been a couple of years since I've done, any kind of crap like that. Anything like that. So this is probably one of the longest vlogs I've ever had. 6 minutes and 24 seconds. Wow. So that's my first vlog ever, and I hope you had a nice cup of tea and whatever you drink. So, bye.